Hey guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I wanted to share with you how I think it's a very budget way to beat some of the most important dungeons in the game right now. And that's the Iron Twins, because we want the coins and all the stuff to get some new souls here. And then, since the update, we have the Phantom Shogun and the Sand Devil Necropolis on level 25, because we need the dust to rework our ascensions. And I think the builds I found and make recently, they are very budget friendly when you look at the best teams otherwise. So I will show you all three dungeons, how I beat them. And you can see here, when you're looking here, the best teams this week are very legendary heavy. So this is my build. I saw this comp on Scratch's channel a long time ago, but I couldn't pull it off because I only had one Painkeeper. And you can see here we have one legendary in, of course, but it has been a fusion, and it's endgame content, and it's more for old players, maybe free-to-play players who had done this fusion and have him lying around or something. It's easier to build this comps in all the legendaries and so on. I think it's very reliable. You can see here, most important for this comp is the speed of Painkeeper and Emic. Emic has to go and make his unkillable and taunt all the time, and decrease the cooldown of all allies. And then we have the two Painkeepers. Their stats are totally worthless, so you can also put a level 1 in here. The only thing you have to be sure of is that the speed is right, so she can reset Emic all the time. Also, Coldheart's speed and damage, so it's not that important, only that she of course will hit for the max HP, and then that she will use her Heartseeker all the time, which gets reset by all these three champions. Then Geomancer is the main part for the damage here, so that's the one you cannot... you have to have a Geomancer for doing this. Coldheart can be replaced by other champions, I think. And here I gave him the speed, so he is the fastest one, so he will put out the burn before the boss even hits, so we get the initial damage here also. It's very important that you hit the accuracy, of course. So I took out the A2, so we get a bit extra accuracy from masteries for not having anything on cooldown. And my Geomancer is built in reflex, so he can proc some refreshes on the A3. Yeah, let me show you this run. I think they work really good. I think sometimes they mysteriously does not work, and I will give it a 98% win rate here, because sometimes it's just it just doesn't work. I don't know why it's going wrong sometimes, and yeah, but it's still more consistent than my old team. So, and my old team also had a lot of legendaries in there, and yeah, this is way faster also. My old team was about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. This one is around 1 minute typically. So let's see here. You can see here Emic will keep the unkillable up all the time, and the boss will slowly kill himself because of the passive of Geomancer. You see here Emic dies in the last hit, and that happens a lot, but it haven't wiped because of that yet. So I think it's pretty good. Then we'll go to the Phantom Shogun. Here is it very important because we really want those dusts here to rework our ascensions. And here you can see I used the same Emic. I used the same Emic which I use in the Twins, so that's fairly nice that we don't have to rework anything here or have copies of him. I also used the same Painkeeper, same speed, same everything, doing the same job here. Then I used the same Cold Heart, so we have many of the same champions in this comps. So I think that's also budget friendly, that you don't have to change or build a multiply of champions or so. And then the most important thing here is again the speed of Emic, so he can outspeed the boss. And then we come to Nalhon. Nalhon is very important for this comp, and the speed is, it has to be 174 for this to work. And he has to be fairly tanky also, because the first hit from the boss will hit hard on him, and that's almost the only thing that can get you to fail here. I will again give it a 98% chance to win. But yeah, he's necessary because he also has the A1, which cannot weak hit, so will not stack up the counter from the Shogun. And then he has to prioritize the unkillable here. The prioritization here for Emic is the same as in the Iron Twins, and also here in the Painkeeper. You can see here I have my ninja build just to do the hail burn. Enough accuracy, enough speed here. That's the most important thing. I turned out the A3 so we can get a bit more accuracy. So here the Painkeeper, the Cold Heart, you saw her in the last run on the Iron Twins. She is built the same way, and I took out the Art of Pain and let her spam the Heartseeker. Also here you can see Team of the Weeks. Look at this. If my build not is budget, then I don't know what budget is, because the best teams here are crazy. 5 Void Legendaries. Who the fuck has 4 Acrisias? Yeah, so I really think it's budget to take 1 free legendary, one fusion, and then some rares in here. So you can see my Nalhon survived here, so we should be fine from now on. The taunt will do that the boss will only attack Emic all the time. Normally the boss would attack our Nalhon because he has the Enfeeble debuff, and that he will do now. So now the other champions are safe until we put up the unkillable again. He will cleanse the unkillable of everybody else but Emic. Now the Nalhon puts it on again, and so on it will go until the boss is dead. And it's also a very, very fast comp here. It would of course be even faster when we hit more smite debuffs here. So you can see one of my fastest runs. So I think it's very nice and very accessible. The only thing you have to know here is you have to have some high awakenings on your champion to keep the counter down. If you don't have this, the counter will go up and you will lose, because you can not do damage with burns and enemy max HP anymore. So that's very, very annoying. But it's gated behind some awakening, and if you don't have the awakening, this comp will not work. The next comp is Godseeker Neri. I think everybody knows this comp. It's heavily relying on Godseeker Neri having the 5-star blessing. Without the 5-star blessing, this is not going to work, because we need the 100% removal of destroyed enemy max HP. You can see here high survivability and low speed, because we have some food in. And the ninja is again the same guy who I used in the last comp, so again I reused some of my champions. I built my ninja in Affinity Breaker, so he will have a bigger chance to hit hard, because he's the wrong affinity for the level 25. So let's run here. It's going to be a longer run. Normally it's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, around there. It depends a bit on how often the Affinity Breaker helps us here. But this comp is it's very nice. I think this really has upped my game in the Sand Devil and made it much more consistent. I would say 100%. I haven't had it failed yet. My old team was also Godseeker, Neri, and Ninja, but I had to build Godseeker, Neri much faster and much tankier, and that's of course hard. You have to build Godseeker, Neri, and regeneration in this build here, so you can so she will heal herself up. But I also have Maya and Immortal, but on this comp I don't think Immortal is that necessary. In my last comp it was very important with 3% extra heal. So yeah, I think it's very... This one is the safest one of the three I showed you, so I'm confident to run it on a super raid while I'm showing you. And we also have a tournament right now for the Sand Devil, and I think the tournaments always have very great rewards. So I think they are always good to do these tournaments, because you get the soul stones and you get some nice things for the soul altar here. And you can see it's running smooth, and Godseeker Neri is healing herself up again. The only thing Ninja is in for here is dying to keep the turn count down, and then coming back reset with the reset cooldowns, and just nuke the boss with his burn here. You can see under 2 minutes. Of course, the time here is not the right one. It was from back then when we had the not guard bug in the game, so I will never really see my fastest time. That's a bit annoying, but yeah, you can see this team works just fine. You have to have at least 1 food in, but I will just put 3 food in, because you can always farm some food here besides. So yeah, that was the video how I think you can beat all the 3 stages of the most important dungeons in the game. On the highest stage. So I hope you can use this for something and build some of the teams yourself, and improve your efficiency in the game, and also maybe save some times, especially at the Iron Twins. I think for me it has done a lot. I'm only using 6 minutes, around 6 minutes now, instead of 15 minutes or 20 minutes, so I think that's a very big improvement. Yeah. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!